Is it possible that the most effective way to fortify your knees and reclaim your steady stride involves never leaving your seat? Hi, my name is Dr. Narjis Duma from USA. Please support our channel, like, comments, and subscribe. Over time, the dialogue between your brain and your knees can become static-filled and faint, creating a cycle of caution. Our mission is to reopen those lines of communication from the profound safety of a simple chair. This isn't a workout, it's a wake-up call. We're about to learn 5 foundational practices, a masterclass in mindful recruitment to consciously awaken the network of muscles that governs your stability and confidence. These practices are meticulously designed to help you move through your world with greater ease, stand up from any seat with a newfound sense of security, and fundamentally reduce the low-level anxiety that too often accompanies movement later in life. Even if you believe you know all about chair exercises, this specific approach, focusing on neurological re-education and integrative strength, will feel distinctly different. We are not forcing anything. We are collaborating with your body's deep intelligence. So please take a moment. Find a firm, armless chair. Place it on a non-slip surface, like a carpet or a yoga mat. Take a deep, centering breath, and let's begin this important work together. Before we start, would you do me a kindness? If you're willing to join me on this path today, simply type "ready" in the comments below. It helps me feel connected to you, and more importantly, it lets our wonderful, growing community here at Winds of Thought know they are not walking this path alone. Now, let's establish your physical and mental foundation. Posture is your platform. Your back should not be rigidly pressed against the chair. Instead, sit towards the front half of the seat, allowing your spine to find its own elegant and natural alignment. Imagine a gentle string lifting the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Place your hands gently on your thighs, palms down. Now, close your eyes for just a moment, if you feel safe to do so. Feel the solid, unwavering support of the chair beneath you. Acknowledge the 3 points of contact: your feet on the floor, your body on the seat, your hands on your legs. This conscious awareness is the first and most critical exercise. You are arriving in this moment. You are present. You are safe. This state of mindful readiness transforms simple movement into meaningful practice. Let us begin with practice 1, the mindful extension. Sit tall in your foundational posture. Draw your full attention to your right leg. Before any physical movement occurs, take a second to picture it. Visualize the broad muscles on the front of your thigh, the quadriceps, gently swelling with engagement, like a soft light turning on. Now, with exquisite slowness, begin to straighten your right knee. I want you to focus on sliding your heel forward along the floor, as if you were moving through a thick liquid. Keep the movement so controlled, so deliberate, that it would barely disturb a feather. The journey is more important than the destination. At this point, a full extension for you. Pause. Hold this position for a silent internal count of 4. In this still moment, actively think about the muscle fibers firing. Send your breath to that area. Then, with the same deliberate care, reverse the motion, bringing your foot back to its starting position, as if retracing your exact path. Repeat this process on the left side. Perform this cycle for 8 to 12 thoughtful repetitions per leg. Let's discuss modifications and progressions, because this practice is meant to serve you, not challenge you in an unhealthy way. First, it directly and effectively strengthens the quadriceps, the primary shock absorber for your knee joint. A strong, engaged quad helps to distribute and manage those forces, diverting stress away from the delicate joint capsule itself. This is proactive mechanical care. But second, and perhaps more profoundly, it is a neurological drill. Each time you initiate that slow, conscious extension, you are etching a new, confident pathway in your nervous system. You are overriding old, dusty messages of caution with new, clear commands of control. This repetitive, focused action rebuilds the foundational trust required for every single weight-bearing moment in your life. Standing, walking, climbing. It whispers to your brain, we are stable. We are capable. This rebuilt trust is the true bedrock of fearless movement. Now, let's move to practice 2, the rooting press. Main seated tall, feet planted firmly and directly under your knees. Press your heels down into the floor. Imagine you are trying to leave a permanent, gentle imprint. You will feel your calf muscles tighten like cords. Hold this firm, grounding pressure for a steady 5-second count. Then, release it completely. Let every muscle in your legs, both soft, passive, and heavy. This conscious cycle shows your body the difference between the modification. Use only 20% of your force. The goal is engagement, not exhaustion. For progression, press with 80% force, or even intertwine your fingers and push your palms together against your chest as you press your heels, creating an integrated full body tension that links your upper and lower halves. This isometric hold is where secret foundational strength is forged. You are activating the deep, local stabilizer muscles that rarely get a dedicated call to action during our daily routines. These are the muscles that act like a skilled team, cocooning your joints and providing dynamic stability during unpredictable movements, stepping off a curb, a slippery floor, and a low sofa, illustrating the real-world situations this exercise helps with. Furthermore, this sustained contraction acts as a powerful pump, dramatically increasing circulation to the lower limbs. It bathes tired joints and muscles in nutrient-rich, oxygenated blood without a single jarring impact. It is rehabilitation, strength-building, and circulatory aid in one deceptively simple, profoundly effective package. Practice 3 is the guardian step. Shift slightly to the front edge of your chair while diligently maintaining your tall, aligned posture. This movement happens in the frontal plane, that is, side to side, a plane of motion we often neglect. Place your hands comfortably on your hips for heightened bodily awareness. Slowly, with control, slide your right foot out directly to the side, as if you are making space for something precious. Keep your toes pointing forward, like headlights on a car. Lead with your heel. Feel the distinctive work in the outer hip and thigh of the moving leg. Once you have reached a comfortable width, pause for a second to acknowledge the sensation. Now, with the same mindful control, pull the foot back to center, as if drawing a line back home to stability. Repeat this on the left side. Alternate sides for 12 total repetitions, which is 6 per side. To modify, simply reduce the distance of the slide. Any movement is beneficial. To progress, you can place a soft resistance band around your thighs, just above the knees, to provide a gentle, elastic challenge that further awakens the target muscles. This is not merely a leg movement. It is balance training in its purest, safest form. It specifically and effectively targets the gluteus medius, the sentinel muscle of the hip. When this muscle is weak or asleep, the pelvis becomes unstable, placing undue, damaging strain on the joint. The guardian step directly and powerfully counteracts this dysfunctional pattern. It builds the lateral strength and control necessary for every real-world action that involves shifting your weight, turning to speak to someone, sidestepping around an obstacle, or getting in and out of a vehicle. By consistently strengthening this guardian muscle, you are not just protecting your knee in isolation. You are installing a central pillar of balance that supports your entire upright existence. Confidence that springs from feeling a solid, strong sidestep is a gift that permeates every aspect of your mobility, allowing you to navigate your environment with quiet assurance. Now for practice 4, the bridge squeeze. For this exercise, you will need a prop, a firm pillow, a yoga block, or a thick, tightly rolled towel. Sit tall and place the object securely between your knees. Your feet should remain flat on the floor, positioned about hip-width apart for a stable base. Inhale deeply into your ribs. As you exhale slowly, gently, but firmly, squeeze the object with your knees. Focus intently on using your inner thigh muscles. Avoid the common tendency to clench your jaw or hike your shoulders up toward your ears. Keep the effort localized. Hold this mindful squeeze for a 5-second count, maintaining a calm and steady breath throughout. Your next inhale, release the tension completely, allowing the object to be passively held without active force. Complete 8 to 10 of these squeezes, prioritizing the connection over the count. Remember, civility is not something you'd find outside yourself. It is something you build from within, layer by layer. For modification, use a softer object like a plush pillow. For progression, increase the hold time, or perform the squeezes with a subtle calf raise, adding a balance challenge. This practice addresses a critical lapse in most traditional routines, the inner thigh. These muscles are vital partners, working with the outer hips to keep the knee tracking properly. Weak adductors allow the beat to drift inward, creating dangerous force on the joints. This conscious squeeze reestablishes a crucial muscular dialogue, but its influence is far more extensive. A strong inner thigh contributes to a stable torso, better posture, and a feeling of being powerfully gathered at your center. This simple activation can help alleviate low back discomfort and enhance the sensation of being grounded and secure in your own body. This is the very definition of integrative strength, the kind that supports the whole system. We culminate with practice 5, the pump and point. Return to your foundational seated position. This final exercise is dedicated to your literal foundation, your feet and ankles. We will break it into 3 parts. Part A, heel lifts. Press down firmly through the balls of your feet and lift both heels as high as you comfortably can. Feel the intense, satisfying engagement in your calf muscles. Hold this lifted position for 2 full seconds, then lower them slowly with control, as if resisting gravity. Do 15 precise repetitions. Part B, toe lifts. Now, keep your heels glued to the floor and lift only the fronts of your feet and your toes up towards your shins. You'll feel a pleasant stretch in your calves and a definite engagement along the muscles of your shins. Do 15 of these repetitions. Part C, ankle alphabets. For mobility, lift one foot slightly off the floor. Pretend your big toe is a pen. Slowly, deliberately, write each letter of the alphabet in the air, moving your ankle through its full, comfortable range of motion. This isn't about speed. It's about exploring every possible direction. Complete the alphabet with one foot and switch. Modification. Simply reduce. Your calves are your body's built-in hydraulic system. With every purposeful contraction during a heel lift, we're actively pumping venous blood and lymphatic fluid back up toward your heart, combating swelling, stagnation, and that heavy, tired feeling in the legs. This is absolutely crucial for overall leg health, vitality, and energy. Furthermore, strong shin muscles prevent the foot drop that leads to shuffling and tripping over carpets or slight elevations. This comprehensive sequence ensures your base of support, your feet, are responsive, strong, and ready for action. It completes the kinetic circuit, connecting the strength you are building in your hips and knees all the way down to your very point of contact with the earth. Remember, the goal is not just to add years to your life, but to decisively add life to your years through deliberate, intelligent movement. This brings us to the philosophy of integration. Knowledge, in the end, is only power when it is consistently applied. As a guide, let me be clear. The single greatest factor for your success is gentle, patient consistency. Perfection is irrelevant. Showing up, even for 5 minutes, is everything. Recommend starting with just 2 of these practices each day. Perhaps on Monday, focus on the mindful extension and the rooting press. On Tuesday, explore the guardian step and the bridge squeeze. Cycle through them in a way that feels sustainable and even enjoyable. Your primary goal should not be soreness. It should be sensation. It is the feeling of reacquaintance with your own strength, the quiet hum of muscles waking up, the gratifying sense of a joint moving more fluidly than it did last week. If a movement feels good and accessible, you might cautiously add 2 more repetitions next time. If any movement creates a sharp or jarring pain, distinct from the feeling of muscular effort, retreat immediately, modify, and honor that feedback. This process is sacred self-maintenance. You are performing the essential upkeep for the magnificent, complex vessel that carries you through this life. You are not fighting your age. You are partnering with your accumulated wisdom to consciously craft a stronger, more resilient, and more confident next chapter. If you have followed along this far, please pause and sincerely acknowledge your own commitment. You have invested time and attention in the most valuable asset you possess, your physical autonomy and your peace of mind. These practices are the subtle engineers of profound change. They work diligently below the surface, rewiring neural pathways, replenishing joint health, and reinforcing your architectural integrity. They exist to empower you to step forward into your days with less hesitation and more joyful, calm anticipation. Aging is not a linear decline. It is an evolution. And with mindful, powerful tools like these, you can evolve deliberately. Please save this guide. Bookmark this video. Return to it often, especially on days when you need a reminder of your own capability. Share it with a friend or family member who also values their independence and well-being. And if this philosophy of kind, intelligent, and respectful strength building resonates with you, please consider supporting this channel by liking this video. It genuinely helps Wines of Thought grow and continue to create this important, thoughtful content for you. Thank you for your trust today, for your open mind, and for the courageous choice to build your stability from the ground up, one mindful breath, one conscious movement at a time.